going on, everyone? Come and say hi. Where are you all from? My name is Ro. I'm a narcissistic abuse survivor. I'm also a life coach. We got a question in here. Let's answer it. No questions. Okay, never mind. Why does it say that there's one question? Oh, here we go. How do I pop that up on the screen? Oh, here, look at that. I just figured out how to do that. You're in Toronto. I'm also in Canada. What's up, she-wolves? Okay, hi. Do all narcissists lie, cheat, and manipulate? Yes, yes, and yes. All narcissists lie, cheat, and manipulate. This is part of their narrative. This is why they're narcissists. They have to manipulate. They have to be dishonest. They have to lie and cheat because they have a lot of the behavioral traits of narcissism, right? The entitlement, the exploitiveness, lack of empathy, arrogance, having to be envious or be thinking that everyone is envious of themselves. They have all of these fantasies. They think they're special and unique. They feel like they are like entitled to you and want to own you. So of course they're going to manipulate. They have to manipulate. They have to. That's part of their narrative. Is it possible that a narcissist wouldn't cheat? It's possible that they wouldn't cheat, but if they're not cheating on you romantically, they're cheating on you in other ways. They're cheating on you by cheating the system. They cheat playing, like the narcissist that I married, he used to cheat playing Monopoly. He used to cheat playing board games because he had to always win. It was like the manipulation and the basically just like pulling the wool over your eyes is a form of winning for them. And financially, yeah, they cheat all the time financially. Hey babe, naturally sweet. How's it going, guys? Everyone's waving. Okay, we got questions in the box. Let's see if we can answer them. Okay, this is my second time on Instagram Live, so thank you for all of your comments. Are they finding new supplies when they do the silent treatment? Maybe they are. Maybe it's an opportunity for them to do whatever the fuck they want. Silent treatment is a form of punishment, so it's a way to punish you, and you will never figure out what the fuck you did. Basically, the silent treatment is a way to increase the intensity in the room. Silent treatment is not to be confused with ghosting or disappearing, which sometimes a narcissist does. The silent treatment is the treatment that they do right in front of you. The treatment where they're sitting right across the couch from you over there, and they're completely ignoring you. And you're like, hey, babe, what do you want to eat for dinner tonight? And they're just like, chilling on their phone, totally ignoring you. The silent treatment is you walk through the door and they look the other way. Like, that's the silent treatment. They do this usually when you're in the house with them. They do it so that you're trying to flinch. You're trying to figure out what the fuck you did. Is something wrong with me if I still think about him, even if I don't want him in my life? No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You're probably one of the normalist people. Is that a word? Normalist? You are, everything that you just said is so common. So many people go through this point where they're like, I miss the narcissist, but I don't want them in my life. I think about them, but I fucking hate them, right? I want to hug them, but I also want to scream at them, right? Like, you have this cognitive dissonance. You have two thoughts that are not the same. You have two thoughts that are totally opposite, polar opposites, competing against each other in your head. That's a trauma bond. That's cognitive dissonance. That's a place of discomfort and confusion. There's a webinar that's coming up on August 18th. I would urge you to sign up for it. Go over to the link in my bio, go find the events section and sign up for Why Can't I Just Leave? Live webinar with Kirsten Milstead, Dr. Kirsten Milstead, who wrote the book, Why Can't I Just Leave? If you cannot make it to that webinar, you can get the replay of it. It gets emailed to you in the price. It's only $25. I would go and do that webinar and just participate in it so that you can see what that is that you're experiencing and how to move forward from it. Why did my ex post a pic of him with a kid in Tinder saying not my kid, but refrain to mention his whole ass 10-year-old child? Oh man, because they do everything for image. Everything is in it's in an effort to look good. Right? Narcissists walk around this planet looking good, avoiding looking bad. That's all they want to do. They just want to look good. So everything that they're doing is to look good. So they're going to put some kid that they have no ties to, that they don't really care too much about, and then just be like, oh, that's not my kid. Right? So that they don't have to ask, they don't have to answer any questions, they don't have to follow through with who that person is, why they're not in the picture, and they don't actually have to bring up their own kid. Because for most narcissists, they don't actually care too much about their children. For most narcissists, not always. Hi, Debbie, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Okay, let's answer these questions. Any tips on how to get over a narcissistic friend? Yeah. Did you discard them? Did you get rid of them in your life? Cherish. Okay, here we go. Any tips on how to get over a narcissistic friend? Cherish the misconception you had of them. Cherish the misconception you had of this friend. Cherish that. All you had with that narcissistic friend was just a misconception. All you had was a fake person. They were pretending to be your friend. They were not really your friend. And I'm saying this a lot from personal experience. I've had a narcissistic friend, a couple of them actually, that I recently figured out what their true colors are. And when you start healing from narcissistic abuse, you start learning what people are. You start seeing them for who they actually are. I had a narcissistic ex-husband who was really abusive towards me. But you know what happened was that all of the toxic friendships in my life, all of them got muted. I didn't know how toxic they were. I had no idea how awful they were, how they always made everything about themselves, how they always put in no effort into figuring out what I was, who I was. They only ever cherished and relished in my misfortune and all of my pain. A narcissistic friend wants you to be down in the dumps. They want you to be down suffering all the time. They want you down there. And so when you start rising up and you start doing better, you start healing yourself and you start becoming more healthier and focusing on you, they'll call you selfish. They'll say, oh, all you do is care about yourself. All you do is think about yourself. And it's really sad. And what you need to do is you need to cut those people out and cherish the misconceptions that you had of them. The sad part is when I look on the nice things, all he did was remind me how manipulative it was. Yeah, how manipulative it all was. Yeah, they do that. They're just there to manipulate you. Do they mirror everything you do? Absolutely. In the beginning, when they're love bombing you, this is a form of trust gaining fast. They're trying to gain your trust fast. Maddie, what's up? They're trying to gain your trust as fast as possible. This is the charm that they use. Not a lot of narcissists will love bomb you, and they'll use their charm to try to get you in their good graces, to try to get you to trust them too quickly, too soon. And when you do that, you end up falling for them. They'll say things like, you're my soulmate. I think I'm in love with you. We have this really great connection. Oh my God, you love Jay-Z? I love Jay-Z too. Wow, you're into this type of thing? Same. What, you had that childhood trauma? Me too. Whether they had it or not, they're going to do that kind of shit to you so that you get, sucked into this trap where you think you've met your counterpart, your soulmate. You think you've met someone, your twin flame. Exactly. You think you've met this person that is exactly like you. It's possible to meet your same person. It is possible to meet someone just like you. It is possible. I've met someone that's just like me. But this is something built, it's organic, and it's authentic, and it happens over time. A narcissist will, on the very first date, tell you they've never felt like this with anyone before. I have such a strong connection. I don't know where this came from. We're destined to meet. We're destined to be together. And if you question it and go, well, why? You don't really even know me, right? It's not mutually shared. The feeling isn't mutual. But they sure force it on you. They sure force it on you to make it feel like it's mutual. Right? The trauma bond while my mom was dying. Oh, yeah. They don't really care if you have trauma happening in your life. If it has nothing to do with them, they're going to make it about them. Why is the trauma bond so hard to get over? The trauma bond is really hard to get over. The trauma bond is hard to get over because it puts you in a cycle. And it's like you're on this hamster wheel that just will not stop turning. You're a hamster on a wheel and you just go, 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 go. So what you really want to do when you're stuck in a trauma bond is, number one, you have to understand what the trauma bond is. You have to figure out what it is. How did you get there? Not why are you there, but how did you get there? You got there because a narcissist uses your hormones and your emotions to control you, right? You get addicted. Yeah, baby, it's a chemical dependency withdrawal. You are stuck on a narcissist like a heroin addict is stuck on the heroin, right? When you first get that love bomb, you first get that mirroring, you first get that connection that you think is a soul connection at the very beginning. That's like your first hit of heroin. It feels good, you're charged, you're electrically charged, you're connected, you think that this is the world, you think this is the best person ever. And not only do they love bomb you and mirror you and make you feel like you are their counterpart, you're their soulmate and all that sort of stuff, they shoot you with a couple uppers with idealization and put you on top of this pedestal that they built, only to knock you down. And when you start withdrawing off of this heroin, right, off of the love bomb, you get abused by the narcissist. They beat you down. You start to get sick. You know, when a heroin addict gets sick and they need that again, they're going to abuse you. They're going to knock you off the pedestal. They're going to devalue you, insult you, calling you names, cheat on you, lie to you, steal from you, do all of these things that are totally not what you signed up for, but you're stuck because you had that high. You had that high. Babe, I'm going to make you a moderator. There we go. Because I don't have any. And now you're my first moderator. I just made my boyfriend a moderator because this is my second time live and I have no idea how to do this moderator stuff. But since he's answering all your questions that I'm missing. So the trauma bond is really hard to get out of, because if you're stuck in this cycle, right, and you need to get to this point where you need another hit of heroin and you've been sick, right, drug sick off of this person, you get stuck and you crave it, right? So a narcissist will throw you breadcrumbs when they used to give you the loaf of bread, when they used to feed you a full meal. Then they deprive you from that, and the only way you actually connect with this person is through sex, is through manipulation, is through all of these fake apologies and false promises. And after they abuse you for a while and they think maybe you might leave or you're starting to get fed up with it, they're going to throw you a breadcrumb and give you an intermittent reward. They're going to give you this little mini reward where it feels like you're being fed. It feels like you're getting this hit, but it's not the same. It's not the same as that first initial love bomb. It's worse because it's the only thing that gets you to survive in the relationship a little bit. You need it. You need it. It feels like it's a full meal. And so you continue on this perpetual cycle of abuse. That's why it's so hard to get rid of the trauma bond. I'm so sorry. He strangled you. Never thought he was capable of this. Did he do this to other people, right? I know that that's a part of the guilt, but you have no control over that. You cannot control what another person does to you, how they're going to react and treat you, and how they're going to do this to other people. What you need to do is you need to focus on yourself and move on. And did he do this? I don't know. If he did, what choice do you have in the matter and what power do you have over it? You have none. What power you have is over yourself. Do narcissists use excuses that they're confused all the time? Oh yeah, they pretend that they don't know shit. Yes, the sex, all we had was to connect after 24 years. He got mad and discarded when our therapist said no more physical contact. And why did your therapist say that? Because physical contact, physical touch is used as a manipulation. It's not used for intimacy. So the term intimacy, being intimate with someone, doesn't always have to mean touch. It doesn't always have to mean sex. It doesn't always have to mean that there needs to be something physical happening. Intimacy is built on trust. True intimacy is feeling safe with another human being. Feeling safe. That's intimacy. Being safe to be able to be vulnerable. Being safe to be able to connect in a safe place, in a safe environment. Vulnerability and intimacy are really similar. But intimacy is a mutual vulnerability. It's both of you feeling that at the same time. You cannot be intimate with somebody who you do not feel safe with, right? So sex and intimacy can be mistaken. Like, basically you can think that they can say things like, oh, we haven't been intimate in 6 months, you need to give it up. Like, they'll say shit like that to you to try to get you and try to coerce you into sex, into connection, when you're really not even connecting with that person. You just feel like it. Love you. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you so much for saying that. When they ignore you after the love bombing, is it the final discard? Discards and discards and discards can happen as many times as the narcissist allows it, and how many times they want it to happen. It's exactly your experience, babe. I know. A final discard is you or them. It's you or them saying, no more. I'm not going to invite you back into my life. Or they don't have any meat left on the dead carcass to feed off of from you. Meaning that they don't get what they want from you anymore. So a discard, a final discard, is either you putting a stop to it or showing them that you don't put up with their shit anymore. Could you answer my question soon? It's really late and I don't have much time. What's your question? Let me look. Violet, here we go. I got you, girl. How would you go about divorce in a 50-50 state when it comes to custody of children and there's no assurance of full custody? How would you go about divorce? That's a coaching session. I can't really even answer that question because I have no idea what the situation is. I don't know if there's so many questions. What I would do is I would come up with do you have a parenting plan in place? Get a parenting plan in place. Make sure that you have a solid parenting plan in place. And remember, it's a one time or nothing, okay? So get very clear with what you want in your parenting plan. I always offer and suggest parallel parenting. You cannot co-parent with a narcissist because they will only want to counter-parent you and do all the opposite things of you. So you want to get a really good plan in place before you throw that into the divorce order. I'm going through a divorce right now. It's almost signed and there's so many things that I really have to do, but getting that parenting plan is the number one thing. If it's a 50-50, you want to make sure that they're not showing up and saying, oh, you owe this bill for this, or, we need to go to the ballet class together. And then you're sitting there stuck having them feed off of your energy. Make sure that you get a solid parenting plan in place. And Violet, if you want to book a coaching session with me and you want me to help you work with you directly, go to the link in my bio, book a coaching session, and tell me exactly what you're going through, and I'll give you a clear assessment of what's happening in your life and give you the glasses, give you the lens with 2020 vision so you can see this shit laid out the way I see it. Okay? I'm divorcing a narcissist right now too. Thank you so much. How much are your sessions? Starts at $54, but I do have group coaching sessions that are less than that, and you can be in a group of people who are in this same community. Everyone will have an opportunity to talk. I do this every month. The next one is coming up on August 28th, and I think there's 12 seats left or 11 seats left. So if you do want to book group coaching, go to the link in my bio under events and you can book group coaching. So empowering. I'm separating too. Very important to people who gaslight. Oh, thank you so much for saying I'm an angel. You all are angels for being here. I cannot get rid of her and I'm very attached. What do I do? What are you trying to do to get rid of her? Thank you so much. I'm sort of asking for my mom. My dad is a narcissist and we've been doing the research. Oh, good for you. You're an advocate for your mom. Be her role model. Be her role model. My group coaching is all online. It's all on Zoom chat. So anywhere you are in the world, you can join. Okay, so the only way that you can get rid of a narcissist, okay, hobbies, the only way you can get rid of a narcissist is by stopping off the supply, cutting off their supply, right? A narcissist is supply and demand. Basically, they need you to feed their validation, to feed their attention, to make them feel important because they have this high self-importance, right? Their sense of self-importance is one of the behavioral traits of narcissistic traits, right? The narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. And if they have this high self of importance, they're going to want to make sure that you're always giving them attention. You're always giving them energy. And if they can get that supply off of you, then they'll keep on contacting you. Then they'll keep on harassing you and bugging you and texting you about stupid shit, right? Or just showing up at your work or at your house, right? And just like being around and showing up and putting stuff on social media for you to see it. Once you stop caring and once you stop looking at their shit and once you look at them like they're just the next door neighbor, you don't wish them well, you don't wish them ill, you just don't wish them anything, right? They're just the next door neighbor. Once you start looking at the narcissist like a next door neighbor and they can't get any more supply off of you, they'll leave you the fuck alone. Me and my ex haven't been together in 5 months. Why is he still trying to get with me? 5 months? I know. He's still trying to get with you because he has nothing left to get anywhere else. They will put you in the supply closet for you to be used by them later when they have no one else around, when the new supply isn't working for them anymore, or somebody's leading on to who they are and they're trying to hide who they are. Like 5 months has gone by. Oh, she'll forget how shitty I am. I'm gonna try and reach out and try and get with her. I'm gonna try and get with them. That's why they're doing it, because they've run out of supply and they're just putting you in the chain and you're just next in rotation. That's why they do that. Why is it so hard to walk away? You're stuck in a trauma bond. You're stuck in a trauma bond. Go to the link in my bio. Check out some of my resources. I have a guide written by my friend Lisa Sani, Stronger Than Before. Her handle is Stronger Than Before on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And you can follow her, but on the link in my bio is a link to her trauma bond recovery course and her trauma bond recovery journal. And this is something that you can do to just help workshop what you're going through and put it in a workbook and actually get some of the thoughts you have out on paper and just figure out what that trauma bond is, number one, and how to heal from it. You cannot walk away if you're still stuck in this trauma bond. It's basically an addiction to the narcissist, addiction to their abuse. We're conditioned to thinking that's normal and that we're institutionalized to it, that we're familiar with it, that we want it. I'm always nervous at my family functions because it seems he starts having an attitude right before we leave. Right before you leave the family function or right before you leave to go to the family function. Any time you spend time with a narcissist, and it's not to do with them, if you're having fun, if you are having joy, if you are going through, if it's your family members and friends, if it's not their birthday, let's say it's your birthday, they fucking hate that. All of the attention has to be put on them. They have to be the one that's the center of the room. They have to be the one that is, everyone's looking at them. So let's say it's your friend's birthday. Well, they're not your friend. It's not their birthday. They're going to create drama, whether you're leaving just before going to the party or about to leave the party. They're going to make some fucking big drama because attention needs to be put on them. Please post this live later. If you do not follow me or subscribe to my YouTube, go to the link in my bio, subscribe to my YouTube. All of my lives go on a premiere or go on a premiere on YouTube is posting the live on YouTube and it being premiered live for the very first time scheduled, and you can chat with me in the live. So all of this will be posted on my YouTube, so go subscribe to it. The addition analogy is exactly how I explain it to myself when I look back. Oh my God. Yeah, totally. Somebody said to read their question. I have so many questions, you guys. I'm just going through them one by one here. When they say, you have no proof I cheated, would you trust your intuition? Always trust your intuition. 100%. Do not follow your heart, okay? That bitch is directionally challenged. Don't follow your heart. Your heart doesn't know where the fuck to go. Follow your gut. Follow your intuition. Your intuition knows what's up. Do they come back if you report them to the police for a protective order? That's a coaching session, love. I don't know. I don't know how dangerous this person is. I don't know what's gone on in your life. I don't exactly know the details to that specific question. Again, I am a certified life coach. If you're just tuning in, my name is Ro. I'm a certified life coach. I have experience in narcissistic abuse by being with a narcissist for 14 years. I was with one for 14 years, and then I met one right after for 9 months and dated this person for 9 months. So 2 romantic relationships. I know exactly what it feels like to come out of a really bad relationship and then be love bombed into another one right after, because thinking that that's all that there is, that everything that I couldn't get from this one guy, I could just get from another guy, and be completely blindsided and totally like tricked all over again. So I have this experience. If you have a question in here that I cannot answer, I would suggest booking a one-on-one session with me to get those answers, to be able to get clarity, to be able to get, your relationship dissected and put into a file. Like, just, okay, this is gaslighting. We can throw that into the filing cabinet and store that away. This over here was a type of manipulation. We can store that away. Over here, he was cheating and he was just having a rotation of supplies. We can store that away. What I want to do is I want to dissect your relationship for you and help you see it the way I see mine. Help you overcome a spot that I overcame in the past, and help you with that. Because what you're doing right now when you're asking these questions and you don't know the answers, you're just sitting there ruminating about the narcissist. What causes what? Narcissism. So a lot of narcissists are born from their family dynamic or their parents. A lot of the times narcissists, they learn it from how they were raised or not raised. So if they were neglected, if they were abandoned, if they had really traumatic experiences, if they were a scapegoat or a golden child in their family household. So these are ways that a narcissist can be born. Now, all children have very high narcissistic traits. And to add to that, and thank you, baby, for saying that, to add to that, all of us are narcissistic. All of us have traits, right? There's also healthy narcissism, where we have the ability to step forward. We have the ability to be confident, take risks. There are things that we can step into our power and use narcissistic traits like a level of arrogance to be able to feel confident, right? That doesn't mean we're highly narcissistic. Kids are, because they are self-centered, because they can't regulate their emotions. To the core of narcissism, they lack an ability to have empathy for others. They lack that ability, and they are so unaware of themselves. So they lack the ability to empathize. They also lack the ability to put themselves in another person's experience or another person's emotional experience. If they can't put themselves in their own emotional experience, how can they put themselves in another person's emotional experience? They have an emotional maturity of a 10 to 12-year-old. Exactly. That's why 10 to 12-year-olds are pretty much narcissists, because that's their way of developing emotions. As they get older, once they get to an intellectual, emotional level, they can start looking at the world with empathy. But a narcissist stays stunted at this age. They stay at the 10, 12-year-old age, even sometimes younger, emotionally in maturity. So they're going to act as if how a child would act. A child doesn't care that I'm sick. I have 3 kids, and one of my kids would not care if I'm sitting here cooking dinner, or I'm in the middle of a business meeting, or I'm in my kitchen doing work. They don't care. They want their snack. They want their blankie. They want their water bottle. They don't give a shit that I'm sick. They don't give a shit that I'm cooking. But we expect that from a child because they don't know any better. They're emotionally immature. So we say, okay, I will get you your water bottle. Just hold on a second. Mommy's cooking, right? Now think about when an older adult, an adult that you think is mature, needs something from you, but they don't give a shit about what state you're in or where you're at. They just go, give me my water bottle right now. Or give me sex, or give me attention, or give me supply. Give me that money, right? Give me your phone. Let me look through it. Give me the TV remote, right? Give me the car. I need to borrow it. Give me that vehicle. It has gas in it. Anything that they want it now. They don't give a shit what you're doing. They don't give a shit what you're up to. They're emotionally immature. Right? They want what they want, and they want it now. Exactly. Give me supply. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're busy. I don't care what emotional state you are in. I want this right now. And they do this from the very day they meet you, because they don't give a shit where you're at in life, what kind of relationship you're looking for. They don't care that you just said you're looking for something long term. They're going to pretend. They're going to pretend that that's what they want too. And so as immature as they are, just like a child not caring what mommy is up to, they're just going to ask mommy for whatever they want. Just like they have this immaturity as a child, they have a maturity of manipulation. Maybe a child doesn't know how to manipulate the same way an adult narcissist does, but an adult narcissist will manipulate you. So inside, they want something from you and they want it now, but they'll manipulate you into getting you to give it to them. So they'll tell you, you are my soulmate. I think we're in love. We were meant to meet. I don't know what it is, but I have such a strong connection to you. Do you feel that? Do you feel that connection? I feel so close to you. I feel so close. Why do they do that? Why do they love bomb us? That's manipulation, by the way. Love bombing is manipulation, but why do they do that? Because they want you to trust them right now. They are just like that child that doesn't care what mommy's doing. They're exactly like that child wanting something. I want to get this person to fall in love with me and I want it right now. I don't care that they're looking for a deep connection. I don't care that they're looking for a long-term relationship. I don't even care that they were with a narcissist before. I don't even care if they were with an abuser. I just want them right now. So I'm just going to tell them that they're my soulmate. I'm going to just tell them that I love them and I feel a strong connection with them. Oh, I'll be your last love. Yeah. But being an emotional adolescence gives them a motive to manipulate. Yeah, it does. That's what they do, right? Why is sex so demanding for them? Because they're entitled to you. They're not just entitled to everything about you. They're entitled to everything about what you are and what you can give them. They fall in love with what you can give them, right? They're entitled to your body. They're entitled to your money. They're entitled to your time. They're entitled to the relationships you have with others. They're entitled to your friendships. They're entitled to your work. They don't even want you to work certain places. I don't want you to work there. You're going to be looking at all the guys there, looking at all the girls there. I don't want you to work there. Right? Your job's for shit. I want you to be an entrepreneur. I want you to work for yourself like me. I don't want you to work at that place. You're going to be flirting with too many people there. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to sing. You're not even a really good singer. I don't want you to wear that. It's too revealing. Or that shirt's really ugly. They want to be in control of everything you see, everything you do, everything you say, everything you wear. They want to be in control of everything. So of course they're not going to do that. They're not going to let you be yourself. A narcissist wants you to be so less of yourself. Why do they do this? Why do you think a narcissist wants you to be less of you? Why do you think they do this? How does he get his supply to participate in the abuse? Well, it's abuse by proxy. It's a flying monkey. A flying monkey is somebody who is a blind supporter of the narcissist and somebody who carries out the bidding of the narcissist. The narcissist does this for two reasons. One, they don't want to get their hands dirty. They want to get somebody else to do it for them so that they don't have to do the work. Number two, they do it to create a sense of control over you. Yes, babe. And also because they want to abuse you through somebody else. They want to triangulate someone else. They want to be able to loop someone else into the drama because all they do is create chaos all around them. They're just sitting there calm, collected, cool. Nothing bothers them. Nothing affects them. And everyone around is like a freaking vortex, a tornado. And they're just sitting there not even fazed. They're right in the center of the tornado and everyone is suffering around them. That's why they do that. That's why they use flying monkeys. And a supply is no different. A new supply will get sucked into all of that as well. Do all narcissists cheat? Good question. I believe they do. I believe every single narcissist cheats because of one of the behavioral traits, which is a sense of entitlement. So do all narcissists cheat on you romantically with infidelity? Maybe not. Most do, but maybe not. And the reason why I say maybe not is because there are exceptions to the rules. And I do have clients that I work with that are like, oh, the narcissist never cheated on me. The narcissist didn't do this. And I don't think the narcissist did. But I want to give you something to consider, which is if they were to cheat on a test, if they were to cheat at the bank, if they were to cheat filing a government claim, right? If they were to cheat on their taxes, if they were to cheat to try to get their way out of a speeding ticket, if they were to cheat at a board game, at a poker game, if they were to cheat anywhere else because they're so entitled and they believe the rules don't apply to them even when they've made up the rules, why do you think they wouldn't cheat on you? Right? A narcissist has object permanence. If you are there, they see you as an object. You're not really a human to them. The reason why a lot of narcissists discard you is because you become human to them. They see you in another light and they don't like it. They see a reflection of themselves that they hate in you. They see human. You are just an object to most narcissists at the beginning. They think of you as an object. So if you are just an object and another object comes along that they like, why wouldn't they? Most narcissists cheat. And when you say, oh, I don't know if they did, they might have just got away with it and you didn't even know. It's a very common thing because of that behavioral trait. It's because of the self-entitlement. It's because that sense of self and because of object permanence. It's because they look at you like you are just a shiny new toy. And if you're broken a little bit, they're just going to go get another shiny new toy. So yeah, I do believe that most of them cheat. Narcissists cheat, and when you catch them, they say you're the one that's crazy. Watch what happens when you try to hold a narcissist accountable for their shit. They call you crazy. Is it possible for a person to have low self-confidence but also be a narcissist? Here is the common misconception, is that narcissists come across to have a high sense of self. They come across with an arrogance to them. And arrogance really is just like kind of fake confidence. It's really for show. It's for the optics. They don't actually have a sense of self, right? We think that they have a high sense of self and self-importance. They want that. It's the need for self-importance. It's the need for entitlement. But it's not that they actually have that. It's not that they're practicing that. Because a person who is confident and has a high sense of self and is self-aware and can operate at this level of security and esteem, they do not need to manipulate and tear down others. And yeah, baby, does it matter? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we know or not, right? It really doesn't even matter if we know or not. How is it affecting us? The reason why a narcissist abuses you in this way is because they hate themselves. It's because they don't know who the fuck they are. They look at you, they understand who you know who you are. And so this is why they mirror you, because they really don't have any new ideas. They have no new ways of being because they don't even know what their personality is. They have a lack of personality. That's the disorder. It's not a personality disorder that needs to that can be fixed, right? It's not a personality disorder that has like a trait that's a little bit off and can be shifted. It's missing. They're actually missing personality traits. They're actually deficient in personality traits. They're missing the link. They don't know who they are. So if they have a little sense of self, of course they're going to be insecure. Most narcissists are very insecure. Why do women date narcissists and brush off the good while knowing so? Why do women date narcissists? Men date narcissists too. I don't think it's mutually exclusive to any specific gender. But why do people in general date somebody, brush off that they're good? We're not brushing off that a narcissist is good. We're being duped. Thinking that a narcissist is good. We're being duped. We actually don't know that they're toxic because they come across as healthy. They come across as our soulmate, remember? And we get duped into thinking that they're a good person. Why narcissists have gay girls that are friends, I have no idea. Let's see. This was supposed to be just a quick live, guys. Where are we at? How many minutes have I been on for? I can't even tell. It goes by so fast. Trauma bond, I think so. How long have I been on for? Why does she not say anything while we're talking? 6 months? Why does she not say anything while we're talking? I don't know what you're asking here, King Kong. You know, if you want to book a coaching session with me, okay, so if you are just joining, my name is Ro. I am a narcissistic abuse survivor, about 40 minutes. Oh, I've gone over 10 minutes. I was only going to go on for half an hour. Maybe I'll do the whole hour. You're all good. If you want to book a coaching session with me, I am doing one-on-ones that are specific to you and your situation. If you want to ask something general in here, it's really easy for me to answer the question. But if you have a question that's like a little bit more obscure and more personal to you, I would suggest booking a coaching session with me. See this, why does she talk to me for 6 months while she lying? I don't know what that means. So if you want to book a coaching session with me, King Kong, I would go to the link in my bio, go to the steps, follow the steps, go under coaching, and book a 30-minute or a 60-minute coaching session with me. Golden Child and Flying Monkeys are new to me. Makes so much sense to you. Yeah. If you look in my content, I explain what a flying monkey is and also what love bombing is, and also what I don't actually have a lot of content on Golden Child and scapegoating. But if you have access to my Instagram, you'll see I always hashtag the Narc Avengers, and there's 16 of us, and there's 2 of us on there that have grown up in narcissistic family dynamic, which have amazing content about that. My boyfriend shows up narcissistic traits, but then also insecurities that make me think that he's acting like that. Could I be wrong? No, all narcissists are insecure. It's okay if they have narcissistic traits. Focus on the behaviors, focus on the abuse. It is still abuse. And if they have insecurities, it's likely they are. They are insecure. Most narcissists are insecure, and the reason why is because they always think people are going to abandon them. They always think they need to play the victim. It plays into their narrative, and they also have a little sense of self. So of course they're going to be insecure when they don't know who the fuck they are. Is love bombing a red flag? Yes, absolutely. It's one of the biggest red flags. Do not let a narcissist or any predator tell you they love you on the first date. Do not let them tell you that you are their soulmate. Do not let them tell you that they are destined to be with you and that you are the only one for them, and that they feel a strong connection out of nowhere without any reason why. Love is a verb. They are not words. Love, when you say that you love someone, you show them. You show them. You make them feel it. You don't just say it. Hey, I love you. I love you. I really love you. Why? Why did you say that? What part of what I did and what I said made you say that? Oh, I don't know. I just love you. I just feel like, if they say shit like that, I don't know. It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. That's bullshit. That's manipulation. That's not real love. Genuine love is showing it. You have to show someone that you love them. You have to show it in your actions. Love is a verb. It's the way we show it. It's not just words. It's more than words. Just like that song by Extreme. Do you know what a reverse discard is? Yeah, reverse discard. It can be done as a tactic from a survivor to a narcissist. You can actually cut off the supply from the narcissist and have them discard you because they have nothing left to feed off of. So you can start slowly pulling away. You can start showing disinterest. You can start gray rocking them and giving them no emotion. And then have a reverse discard, make them discard you. And this is in a really good space. So this is a way for you to escape or have an exit strategy where you can start moving on and living in freedom. Okay, here we go, King Kong. He's trying it again. Why did this girl talk to me for 6 months while not mentioning about a person that they were seeing and then blame me that she hates all men? Again, super specific to whatever it is you're going through. I cannot answer that question because I don't know your situation. Book a coaching session with me if you want me to answer that question, because that is so specific to you. And I can guarantee you that you are probably one of the only people that have this situation. This is not a very general question. Thank you for coming in, guys. Are they aware of their disorder? This is a good question. Do I think they're aware of their disorder? I think that they're aware that there's something wrong with them. Will they admit to having a disorder? Absolutely not. Do you think they think that there's something wrong with them, but they don't give a shit. They don't care. 3 words. They don't care. They could care less what they're doing to other people, because remember, they're the ones creating chaos all around. They're not in chaos. They're not living in chaos. They're happy as a clam doing what the fuck they're doing because they're getting what they need. So do they care that they're hurting you? No. Are they aware of it? Yeah. Otherwise, why would they lie about shit? Otherwise, why would they continue doing it knowing that it hurts you? Right? Otherwise, why are they manipulating you for their own benefit? Why do they do that stuff? A genuine, authentic person would be honest, would be authentic, and wouldn't need something from you to make them happy. They would be able to access happiness for themselves without relying on you for it. They would be able to regulate their own emotions on their own, regulate their own fears on their own, and maybe share them with you, but not rely on you to fix them. So do they think that there's something wrong with them? I think that they want to believe that there's nothing wrong with them. But deep down on an inner level, I believe that they think, that they know that they're a little off. They can't put words into it. I love listening to you. Cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Why do they use your kids to hurt you? They use anyone to hurt you, even if it's their kids. It doesn't matter if it's their kids. They'll use anyone to hurt you. Your ex-narc is a worship pastor. Wonder how many religious leaders. Yeah. If anybody follows my friend Raw Motivations, Ben Taylor, he's a self-aware narcissist. He also is very strong in the religious community, and talks a lot about how religious abuse is super common. There's a lot of vulnerable communities where narcissists thrive in. And one of them is like LGBT. One of them is any cultural communities and religious communities as well. So I would follow Raw Motivations, my friend Ben Taylor. He has amazing content on narcissism from the perspective of a narcissist himself. Are narcissists capable of love, or is it all BS? I would like to believe it's all BS, just from my personal experience. Yes, Ben is awesome. So if you don't know who Ben is, again, his name is Raw Motivations on Instagram and TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. If you go to the link in my bio, you will see his app called the NARC app, which stands for Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Community. On that app, there's a bunch of courses. There's a bunch of access to your community, access to people who are dealing with what you're dealing with, access to some of his coaching and his courses, and also collaborative courses that people have put together and made for his app specifically. And I have one on there called Healthy Dating After Abuse. So if you are healing from a narcissistic relationship and you want to know how to get in a healthy relationship, I'm your girl. If you want to know how to get into a healthy relationship, how to trust yourself and step back out into the world and date again and have a healthy relationship, go check out Ben's app, Raw Motivations. It's called the NARC app. You can download it on the link in my bio under resources. It's the very top link. Download it and find my course. It's called Healthy Dating After Abuse. And yes, Ben is awesome. The NPDs in recovery are making waves at this education. Yeah, absolutely. There are a few NPDs that are self-aware and that are in therapy and working on themselves. But let me tell you, a couple of them have said there's no changing their disorder. They are not recovered, reformed. They're not used to be NPD. They will always be narcissists. They will just be narcissists who are now self-aware and aware of it. Because what the biggest downfall of a narcissist is, not for them, but for you, is that they don't know what they are, that they don't care what they are. That means they don't take accountability. They don't know how to be vulnerable in the moment. They don't know how to take any responsibility or even apologize or validate you in any way for all of the abuse. So a narcissist who is self-aware is basically putting together that deficiency of care. What they do is they don't care. Most narcissists just don't care. A self-aware narcissist does care because they have to face that monster. They have to figure out who they are and take that accountability. And that's what becoming self-aware is like. How do you cut them out of your life? Why is it so hard to walk away from a narc? I talked about this. Heal the trauma bond, recover from the trauma bond. That is how you want to do that. Lee helped me too. Just watching their videos helped me escape. Oh, Panda, I'm so Amanda Panda. So they're all gonna. So I'm part of the Narc Avengers, which is a group of creators that get together and talk about narcissistic abuse and help people. Some of us do one-on-ones. Some of us are therapists, and some of us are self-aware narcissists, and some of us do all of that all together. And so a bunch of us meet as many times as possible. We've already met twice, one in Durham, North Carolina, and one in, actually both in North Carolina. And then there's going to be another meet and greet in October in Austin, and then another one in Toronto, Canada, which I'm going to be at in November. So yes, go follow the Narc Avengers page on TikTok and Instagram. So this is it for me, guys. I wasn't going to stay on for too long. I just wanted to answer some of your questions. Thank you again all for coming in. Before I go, let me just say, what made you finally decide to leave your partner? Go to my YouTube link. If you want to, subscribe to my YouTube. My very first video that's pinned, or the one that pops up pinned, talks about the moment I decided to leave the narcissist. The moment I decided to say goodbye to this narcissist who was pretty much ruining my life. I had 3 kids with this person, and there was a moment where it clicked for me. I'm going to be talking about this in my next group coaching session. So if you're just tuning in, I am about to end the live, but I wanted to let you know that I offer group coaching for anyone who wants to be in this community and have your opportunity to speak, share, talk about what you're going through, help other people heal by sharing part of your story. Let me tell you, the last coaching session that I did in July was amazing. There were 25 plus people in the group, and we all got a chance to share. And what we talked about in that monthly group coaching session, which by the way, every single month is going to have a topic. Last month was the topic of self-care and self-love, and we all talked about what it meant to us. And in this month, we're going to be talking about the moment of clarity, the moment where it clicked, the moment where we knew we were with a narcissist, and the moment we maybe left or decided to put our plan in motion to escape. So that group is going to be amazing. It's August 28th. If you want to sign up for that, there's, I think, 11 people. Yeah, it was amazing. Debbie was in that one too. I think there's 11 seats left. So if you want to sign up for that, it is on the link in my bio under events, and you can sign up for that. And what we're going to be talking about is the moment of clarity, the moment where we clicked and we knew we were with a narcissist. Second thing I want you to do is I want you to take a look at that event called Why Can't I Just Leave? And that one is going to all be talking about the trauma bond and cognitive dissonance and all the ways we should have, would have, and could have if we didn't know what a trauma bond was. All the ways we should have, could have, but didn't leave the narcissist, and why. And to be kind to yourself and understand that there was a reason why you didn't do it, because you were manipulated. You were basically in mind control. You were being hypnotic mind controlled by this narcissist. How much does a group session cost? It's $25. It's also $25 for the live event. So both of those events you can find under my event tab in my link tree. And then another thing I offer is one-on-one sessions. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, book a coaching session with me. You can ask me any question you want. You can talk about whatever's happening in your life. A lot of the times it's the first in the first 30 minutes. So I do 30 minutes and 60 minutes, but half of the appointment, we do a lot of talking about what has been going on in the month that you're dealing with this narcissist in this last month. And we deal with this traumatic experience and this trauma bond or whatever it is that we're going through. And I give you clarity. I give you steps to move forward. Thank you for the heart. And I want you to feel empowered so that you can get some goals in place and some tools to move forward and push through that healing. I'm going to give you my perspective. I'm going to give you the lens that maybe no one's ever given you to see through, so that you can see things with clarity and you can move forward and heal. Okay, guys, thank you so much. You got this. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. And please remember that even your worst day on the side of freedom will still be far better than your best day with that narcissist. Stay narc free. Love you all. Bye, guys.